Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Nub TV. So you saw the weight plate get cut out, and that was actually last night, so you'll see that video before I post this video. Anyway, Ryan come over this morning. We are gonna watch some TX2K, cheer some guys on that we're friends with and like, and then have that on the tube over there. And we're gonna get a weight plate on, along with some other fabrication type stuff. And unfortunately, we don't have any race engines, and Ryan wants to go racing like in 2 weeks. So the cool part about what we did here was we made everything new, and the old setup is right there under that pile of stuff, and we can throw it back together and get going. And I just made some templates so I can finish the intake manifold that I'm behind on also, and keep on going. So everything happens for a reason. I don't know what reason, but we're just going to keep on chugging along and going. And I'll check in with you here in a little while, maybe throw some time lapse on today of us messing around. We're not really in a hurry, but we're in a hurry. I mean, I'm actually going to cut suspension off, redo it, weight plate, water tank, battery, radiator, put the head on, time it, redo some hoses, retighten the turbo manifold, and cook 3 racks of ribs today. Sound like a plan? Check you later. So it's gonna go right where I want it, exactly how I measured it. It never happens like that. And gonna weld some angles on, drill some holes, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so we started, Ryan headed my way at like 7:30 this morning, and that'll be all right. So it's like 10. I need to prep for dinner. Ribs take 6 hours, so take a little break here, and I'm gonna rub up some ribs and get some seasonings on them to throw on the smoker around noon.
We're innovators, and designing what's next is what makes us fast.
They're cleaning up carbon drive shafts off the track down in Texas right now, so not much going on there. Cool part, we got the weight plate on the car, not on there, it's ready. Ryan was grinding, getting rid of paint. I got some angles prepped, we're gonna bolt that guy together. So what fucked him before was all I had was a bunch of standard hardware here a lot, so I'd always put 1/2-inch bolts, and then he'd be at the track with a bunch of metric wrenches, and everything I put on is all standard. But maybe he'll run to the hardware store later and get some metric to bolt this thing on. I think
I need to go buy some standard wrenches.
No, we can put, because if we're gonna go get hardware and shit, we'll just buy metric for there once we make our decision. We're going Stinger, normal, Texas, rodeo, and honey hog. And then I'll do sweet and shit later. I like sweet hog.
Yeah.
And all right, so I did take them in the house and rinse them off and wipe them down. Not a total cretin, leaving all that slimy shit on there. So I don't need much here. Any luck with the bolts?
Where you drill at?
I don't know.
The plates, they're tapered to where the bolts don't go through.
Oh, we need a reamer though.
Yeah, or do you want me to ream it?
Yeah, so no, you don't want to use a drill because it's flame hardened.
Okay.
And you'll fuck a drill bit all up.
Okay.
So down in one of those black drawers is a tapered spiral reamer.
Okay. Just run a reamer through.
Yep. and the reamers are all fucked up from doing the same thing, but they will do what we need. Light, yep. So that one should be 9/16, which is good.
It'll make it.
And then big drills on the front of the cabinet over there.
Okay.
The bigger one's got the little hammer action on it. There's a hand, or there could be a handle somewhere.
Alright, so you were,
I don't think I'll need that. It's just the very bottom of the hose.
Okay. Don't break your wrist.
No, I'm not
break the
careful.
carbon fiber off of the racing
Fuck, it'll
surface,
snap me
move
good.
it back racing as quickly as
Especially if it's
possible.
5 amp hour batteries on it.
All right. Turn it on. Go through?
I'm just checking. It's just the very bottom of the holes.
Okay. We got a leg?
No, it isn't. That thing's a bitch to pick up off the ground. Nothing to get your fingers under.
So glad the camera's rolling. And this is why he's the mechanic
No fabricator.
and I'm the fabricator. And when you ask to help in a buddy's shop, not him, just in general, if you ever ask your buddies for help, or if you can help them and they say no, they're not being dicks. It's just everybody has their own way of doing stuff, and what you're actually doing is slowing them down. He's not slowing me down, it's his car and I'm prepping ribs, so this is just good times. That's why mechanics don't want you to help on their car, because you're just going to slow them down. Not good for nobody.
Where's the handle at? About broke my wrist.
Speaking from experience, maybe if it's not in that drawer. Yep.
Okay.
Fuck, I even knew where the handle was at. Look at that. We're like 4 for 4 today on me knowing where shit is.
There we go.
All right, gonna go wrap them in the saran wrap, throw them in the fridge, and I'll be back to fire up a welder here in a bit. So, gonna throw some tacks on this guy, lift her up in the air, make sure everything's good to go, and see what happens.
29. Oh my goodness, big time problem, big time problem down the far end of the racetrack.
Fuck.
As I believe Timothy, excuse me, have gotten to the wall down there. So get folks, that starting line cleared, please. Need everyone off of the starting line now, please.
Damn.
Man, oh man. So again, folks, please get everyone off of the starting line now.
If you heard that fucking hurt. It's out.
Again, folks, please get everyone off
All right.
of the starting line.
Back to work.
please. Crew members, sponsors, again, folks, get that starting line cleared, please. Did make contact with the wall down there, but the good news, he is out of the race car. So thank goodness for that. But that man, that was one huge hit. He took down there the front of the race.
So,
man,
my lift uses the same plug as the welder, and I need to lift this up because it's all a little bit janky because my floor is janky. So, got to make sure everything's where I want it. And yeah, I don't want to record while I'm monkeying around here. Okay, so we lifted it up. The plate's actually tilted up a little bit, and we kind of like that so that when it goes into the trailer, we're not going to rake the front end, or, I mean, I made it all so it's going to be all right, but if you look at it, it wants to be down here to be in line, but we kind of like where it ended up. It's up a tad bit. Be good for getting in and out of the trailer. Weld this bitch off. Fuck, I said plug it in. Wrong welder. Okay, everybody?
Yes, Finley too.
Okay.
He wants to go to the mall, so I think we'll go to the mall afterwards.
Okay. Have a good day. See you when you get back.
All right, see ya.
About had it with his Jackson hood, by the way. Piece of shit.
And Colbert Shaw. Qualifying order as it stands right now for 10 cars. Mike Sugasawa, number qualifier 815 with 9. Timothy Stews, 829 with 2, 181. But unfortunately, that car will not be making it back to elimination. Brooke Barini in the 3 spot right now, 829.5. Kevin Stowe, number 4, 841.5. we go. Now see that over shop.
There's for all you internet welders. I don't know if that's good. Somebody will let me know that their uncle welds better than me. So, all right. So this is cool shit. The radiator is going to go right on. All we got to do is drill a couple holes in the bottom. It's mounted. Battery is going to go right there. Same thing. Drill a couple holes. Probably just tap them. Yeah, we'll drill and tap these guys so there's no hardware underneath to get raked off. And then our issue is fitting that water tank over here. I can make a total custom one, but he bought this guy. We're gonna make it work. This hunk of horse shit right here, we're gonna just cut off and get some stuff out of the way. And then we're gonna have to modify the tank a little bit, but it is what it is. We'll get going, and we'll get going in the right direction. If I could redo the whole front of this goddamn car, I would, because now that I know where things are at, I would change things. But just learn as you go and do what you can. So got some lunch in us. Little Carl's Jr. fat guy surprise, and some Busch Lights for me. Mountain Dews for Ryan. And he's drilling some clearance holes for the radiator. I cut the suspension off. Gonna redo some mounts here. Still watching some racing. Everything's still moving forward. We're having a good day. So, I don't know if you can see the other strut and this strut. When I first built it, not knowing what I was doing, I put the struts like straight up and down like a car kind of, and back to, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. So, it worked. Last October at Medford, Ryan, when Colin and Tectonics freshened the motor up, they went down to Medford and actually got some decent hits. This thing quit smoking. All kinds of cool shit happened, and he got a 1.52 60 foot. Well, last summer when we were at PFI, Sean came through and kind of said, hey, you know, if you tilt those struts back 15 degrees, it's really going to help absorb at launch. Like, and then it made total sense to me. Like, it's not moving straight up and down. It wants to rip back and rip the whole control arm off, right? So if you can tilt the strut back and help absorb some of that, then what the hell? And we can only get better, right? Well, I guess we could do something to get worse. But in theory, if you're listening to people that have doing stuff and built cool stuff, well, not cool. I don't give a shit about cool if it don't work. So functionable stuff, we want it to function better. Now with the last hits and with the new motors not quite being done yet, we're actually going to test and see what this does on the 60 here for a couple races, plus the front modifications. So same engine as last fall, get her up and running, and we'll be able to tell at the track if this helps us out or not. And then new motors will come, we'll get more data later, and then from that we got some stuff I'm going to do back there on the rear. I'll call it a swing arm, rear beam swing arm. It's pretty much a swing arm. So anyway, that's pretty cool. But just wanted to show the difference. Like, I mean, we're 6 inches back, it's 15 degrees, and hoping this really does some cool stuff. All right, time to wrap the ribs with some sweetness, and we do some brown sugar. And then my favorite Canadian tuner sent me some Canadian maple syrup, so we're gonna sweeten them up with that. Get a little Busch latte in me. Let's just do this because it's gonna get a little warm. It's all gonna melt and just turn into a liquid anyway, so does its thing. That's interesting. Side down. Doesn't need much more sweet than that. It's all gonna just suck in there. I don't know what flavor is which. I don't care. I'll find out when I eat them. We go an hour and a half in the wrap. Probably do one not sweet. Just wrap one of them normal. You gotta put some sauce in it. I'm gonna sauce them later, but maybe I'll put some sauce in the wrap. This one I won't go up here. Anyway, you get the point. I'm gonna wrap the next set. See you in the shop. So, back at it. I've pigged out on some ribs. Total fat guy shit. Ryan doesn't want to eat because he's like in a groove. So, got the old head back on. I need to make some bushings that go over the struts to fit the camber plates, which I don't have a boring bar for my little lathe, so I'm going to make them on the mill. But figured I'd drink a couple more beers before I attempt that and finish those ribs. So Ryan's wrenching right here, and we're just gonna get where we get tonight, and then tomorrow this thing will fire up and drive onto a trailer and leave for a little while, and probably just check in the morning with you. All right, so we're back at it. It's Sunday morning now. Got the car buttoned up this morning, pumped some tires up. Ryan's on a hardware run to go get some stuff we need for the struts, camber plates, and then I cut up the water tank. Got the corner knocked off right here. Have to move a bung just for what we got to do, and then I'm gonna put the drain on the bottom and just kind of gonna weld that stuff up while he's gone on the hardware run. So throwing on a little time lapse.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough.
Control immediately, please. As Eric Kramer gets the win. Okay, Christine Donworth and Tom Harris, I need both of you.
All right, so saw me weld the water tank up, moved a couple things around on it, silicone the lid on, moved a couple ports to align us better, cut this corner off so that the bumper can fit. We threaded the weight plates, tapped it so that everything just screws in. No more nuts and bolts, just put a bolt in. Got way more room up front. Car almost fell off the front of the lift because we got such a good weight transfer now. And Ryan's gonna change the oil here in a few minutes. Probably need to put some water in just to have a little water in there. And yeah, gonna warm her up and pretty much play a logistics game for Ryan because he's got a shit show of a week. And he has to make 2 trips today back down to his house. And while he's gone, I need to finish the push bar up. I put a push bar mount on the back under the chute. And then, yeah, this is our Sunday. So just buttoning shit up and chugging along here.
2JZ, round 2.
Come on, buddy.
Let's go, Bruce.
Chances are Hudson go down and win in that very lane. Tammy gets the start line advantage, but here comes
Here he comes.
Back half the fuck out. Oh, shit.
Where did Bruce go?
791. She's pulled over and stopping.
791. Yeah!
She felt some break. She dropped the chutes and got straightened down.
So, as you just saw in that video, we helped Bruce get to the 7s somehow with my magical little machine over there and a cool flange that helped get that rear motor up to 1285 horsepower, I think. and he hit his goal of the 7. So really stoked, really got excited there. Trailer's gone. Ryan's gone down to his shop an hour away, well, 45 minutes, and gonna drop the car off, and then he's got to come back and pick up our push vehicle. So we picked this thing up last fall for my buddy Gary, and the whole goal was to make a push vehicle for the track. And then I need to figure out a mount. Don't mind all the shit on the ground, but I gotta mount a little clevis and weld the bar up and get the push bar on there to connect to the car. I didn't record any of the clevis I put on the car. It's under the parachute, just chunk of steel, nothing special. So gonna get this thing going on here and see what happens. So this kit Ryan picked up, I can't remember what shop makes it. I'll find a link throughout this video. But essentially, push bar setup is so much better than pulling something around with a strap, jerking each other around. It just sucks. So push bar setups are way better. You need a little heavier vehicle. If I'm out on the side-by-side, we can use a quad. It's really not a big deal. Golf carts are expensive for what they are. Side-by-side was a much better investment. Smart cars are popular, and yeah, so I'm kind of guessing on the length. This thing's extendable. You can make it like 11 feet long or some shit, and I'm gonna guess I don't want it as long as it'll go, and I don't want it as short as it'll go, and I'm just gonna go with that. And if I don't like it, well, I'll cut it apart and redo it. So screw it. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, for 120 wall. 105 would be okay. You fucking piece of shit. I'm kind of over the Jackson True Side hood, if you can't tell. We've had 2 go out in the last 2 years, my brother's and mine, and I'm over it. So you don't have to TIG weld it. You can MIG weld it, but there's your bush light powered weld porn of the week. Just weld the shit together, right? It's not gonna break. If I gotta cut that apart, it's really gonna suck, but we're good to go there. So time joint on each end, and then there'll be a quick pin on the car. So this guy's gonna fold up on the side by side. I'll hold it in the air somehow. I'm gonna figure that out next. And then you plop it down, stick it in the ass of the Smurf and plug the pin in and push it back home.